Hi, this is CAT 22 slot 1 third set of DLR. So basically giving you one set at a time because the approach is different and we help you to get the best approach. I've scored 100% trials 7 times and there are some factors that help me to score high. One is saving time, one is the process that I used to solve. So basic idea to help you with these sets is to help you understand the process of solving the DLR sets. I'm running a DLR 1000 course, which is 1000 questions of CAT level DLR questions for helping you practice and build up that approach. Same with Quant, 100 questions of CAT level questions, and a mentorship, which is the overall course which includes individual mentoring and feedbacks. Anyway, let's start with the questions. So if you look at this question, it is basically a logic-based question, and you realize that you have to draw a table because you have Amla, Bimla, Harita, Sarita, 4 people. And there are 8 matches, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you have scored goals in each. So once you understand this, you also understand a table that is to be formed. So I'm just drawing it in separate this one. So you have 4 people who are there, if I say. So you have A, B, I'm putting it A, B, H and S. So you have A, B, H and S. And the 8 matches which are there for this. So first is the format. Once you have the format in place, which you know, now as and when you read, you can go about it. So they have scored 12 goals in these matches. So 8 matches, 12 goals. Again, at least 1 goal in each. Okay, so minimum more than equal to 1 goal in each match. Only 1 goal was scored in even number matches. So on the 2nd, 4th, 6th and 8, there were only 1 goal scored. Which means in odd number matches, there will be 4 matches with 8 goals. That's what we require. Even number matches, there are 4 matches, 4 goals. Odd number will be 4 matches, 8 goals. Harita scored more goals than Bimla. So I'm putting the data down, whatever is given to you, so I don't have to go back. The highest goal scorer scored goals in exactly 3 matches, including match 4 and 8. Okay, so highest goal scorer, whoever scored in match 4. So whoever the highest scored in match 4, match 8, and scored in 1 more goal. Bimla scored a goal in match 1 and 1 in 3 consecutive matches. So Bimla scored in match 1 and Bimla scored also in 3 consecutive matches. Bimla scored in 3 consecutive matches. And remember, H is more than B. So B must have scored at least 4 goals. So it must have scored in match 1 plus 3 other matches. That means B must have at least scored more 4. So more than equal to 4. Right. And you remember 12 goals by 4 people and each has scored 1 at least. Okay, 12 goals and no 2 players have scored the same number of goals. Which means if I take Bimla as 4, I'm just taking Bimla as 4, Harita as 5, these 2 have scored 9. So automatically the other 2 will score 2 and 1, 12 satisfies. So this is the only combination possible. Minimum that Bimla possible is 4. Automatically minimum that Harita possible is 5, 9 for these 2. So 3 will be for the remaining 2, 12. They have distinct 1 and 2 possible. So we know Bimla has scored 4 when highest is Harita. So Harita has scored in match 4 and match 8 and in 1 more match. Highest is Harita, match 4, match 8 and 1 more match. Which means Bimla has scored 4 and 3 consecutive matches. Remember, in match 4, 1 goal we already found out. Match 8, 1 goal we already found out. So no one else can score in match 4 and 8. Which means the only place Bimla can score in 3 consecutive matches is 5, 6 and 7. Because 2, 3 will not be 3 consecutive matches. 1 he can't score. So the only possible way where Bimla can score in 3 consecutive matches 1, 6 and 7. So we found out that 1 goal in match 6. I'm circling it so that I don't have to look at it. I've already found out who has scored the goal in that particular match. And 4 and 8. So we got this particular data from here. So whatever data you have used, okay, maybe you can circle it off so you don't have to look at that data again. Same way I have used this particular data already, 4 and 5. So I said Bimla is 4, Harita is 5. That means the last match he has scored 3. Whatever match he scored 3 goals. Now going further with that, okay, equal number of goals were scored in match 3 and match 7. So match 3 and match 7, there were equal number of goals. It was different from goals scored in either match 1 or 5. So different from match 1 and match 5, right? And apart from that, the match in which the highest number of goals were scored was unique and it was not match 5. So if it was not match 5, it has to be match 1. It can't be match 3 or 7, the equal number of goals, but they have said it is unique. Unique means only one match. And they say it's not match 5. So highest has to be match 1. Okay, this is the highest, which is match 1. Now how much can it be? Now if I look at focus on these, there were 4 matches, 8 goals. 4 matches, 8 goals. And match 3 and match 7 are equal and they're not the highest. The only possible combination I can look at, if highest is say 4, I'm just taking an example. Highest is 4 goals. So remaining 4 goals has to be scored in 3 matches, which can be 2-1-1. If highest is 5, then 1-1-1, not possible. Only 2 have to be equal. So this is not possible. Highest is 3, then it will be 3-2-2-1. Now let's try to understand each of the cases, which is possible. Since highest is the first, they have to score at least 3 or 4 goals. And no one else will have 3 or 4 goals. No other match will have 3 or 4 goals. Since Harita scored 3 goals in one match, it has to be match 1. Okay, because no other match will have more than 3 goals. The only combination possible are 4-2-1-1 and 3-2-2-1 for 4 matches, 8 goals, with 2 matches same score. So that means only one match will have 3 or more goals, which Harita will score. And we know the first match has the highest score. So Harita will score in match 1. So I have found out the 5 goals scored by Harita. I have found out the 4 goals scored by Bimla. So these 2 are found out. Plus I have found out 4 goals scored highest by in the first match. So 4-2-1-1 is the combination. Which means in match 3 and 7 it has to be 1 and 1 goal. This also I found out, 1 goal in match 7 scored by Bimla. And in match 5 has to be 2 goals. Okay, 3 and 7 has to be 1 goal and match 5 has to be 2 goals. So we get the whole combination. If you get this, now I have used this particular data which is there. I have used this data, I have used Harita 5331, I have used this data. I have used all the data which are there. I don't have any more data. So from that I have got Bimla, I have got Harita, and I have got whatever information I want. So once you are stuck and you have used all the information, one way to find out that you have used all the information is just circle whatever you have used. Now go back and go to the question. How many goals were scored in match 7? Match 7 there was only 1 goal scored. So it means D option. Which of the following is the correct sequence of goals in match 1, 3, 5, 7? 1, 4, 1, 2, 1. So it has to be 4, 1, 2, 1, B option. Okay, technically you can use the second question also to solve. By chance you're stuck in the whole question and you don't know how to solve. The second question could lead, because I know C option not possible because each one scored at least 1 goal, each match only 1 goal. I know that is this one. Then from the other combinations you can substitute and find out which could be possible combinations. That is also there. Anyway, so here we already solved it. We got the combination as 4 goals in first match. So that's only in D option, that is the answer. Which of the following statement is that true? Amla and Sarita never scored goals in the same match. If you look at Amla and Sarita together scored 3 goals. They must have scored in second match, third match and fifth match. Which means they never scored in the same match. 2 and 1 goals, 3 goals. One of them must have scored in one out of 3. The other must have scored in 2 other matches. So first is true. And Harita and Sarita never scored goals in same match. So if you look at Harita and Sarita. Now Harita has scored in match 1, 4 and 8. Right? Sarita would have scored in either 2, 3 or 5. So again they never scored goals in the same match. Which means true. Okay, Amla Sarita did not score goals in the same match. Harita Sarita did not score goals in the same match. So both the statements are true. So B option. Harita scored in 1, 4, 8. Whereas Sarita would have scored in either 1 or 2 matches of 2, 3 or 5. Don't overlap. So what of the following statements are false? Now you have to be very careful. False. That whole statement of true, false, be careful. In every match at least one player scored a goal. Okay, in every match, right, at least one player scored a goal. Yes, that is true, basically, which you're talking about. So every match, one player scored a goal, which is there. And no 2 players scored goals in the same number of matches. Okay. No, there are 2 players who scored in the same. So, for example, if you look at B has scored goals in 4 matches. H has scored goals in 3 matches. Whereas A and S, one of them must have scored goals in 2 matches, one of them must have scored goals in 1 match. So technically this is also true if you look at it. Okay, so both are true. If both are true, that means none of the statements are false. So A option. Right? Both are true, so none of the statements are false. So A option. Next, Harita scored goals in 1 more match as compared to Sarita. Harita scored in 3 matches. Sarita scored, we don't know. Okay, 1 or 2 matches. But he has said he has scored 1 more match than Sarita. That means Sarita must have scored in 2 matches based on this data. Which of the following statements are necessarily true? Amla scored goals in consecutive matches? No, Amla would have scored 1 goal only. So consecutive matches false. Cannot be true. Sarita would have scored 2 goals, so Amla would have scored only 1 goal. So first statement is false. Sarita scored goals in consecutive matches? Necessarily true, not necessarily true. It can be in first and 5th match possible, 3rd and 5th match possible, though this is also false. Okay, not necessarily true. So both the statements are, none of the statements are necessarily true. So A option. I hope this is clear with regards to the process of solving. So what I did was I put a proper format of table. Then I put all the data, whatever is put in the statements, I put it around that so that I don't have to read the statements again. In case I get stuck up, I may go and read a statement. And I try to use all the statement in form of table, whatever possible. I use that and then I go to the questions. So once I do that, once the whole process is followed, you can solve it in a very fast. I mean, you don't waste time, you know the process to solve and then go ahead. The key is use the data which is given to you and put it up properly in a proper format. The moment you can do that, you should be able to get the answer to the whole set. Right? I hope this is clear. We will help you with more sets, more practice for DLR and other areas. If you're interested, you can subscribe to the channel. Thank you.